Yeah.
talk about injury healing up. Obviously, that's got to be tremendously difficult. You wrestling
Yeah.
with that.
Yeah. I had surgery April 3rd, so we're 7 weeks out, 7 weeks and a day out. Um, we're doing good. Yeah, I mean, I'm not close to wrestling anytime soon, but we're walking again. I can kind of give a little old man golf swing with the boys. That was one thing that I was like, I want to be able to do pretty quick just because I can't really do too much activity. Obviously now running practices in my main form of, educating myself in wrestling is either watching film, or just teaching, like trying to teach the guys. And obviously, in my opinion, coaching is going to make you a better wrestler. And so this is a good time for me to step away from the physically demanding side of the sport and, dive into the mental side of the sport. And then not only that, just improve on my knowledge and intelligence and technically and mentally. And then, yeah, I guess wrestling through an injury this year was pretty brutal. There was a lot of times where I just didn't believe in myself, and a lot of times where, I was at home and my wife's like, "Why are you doing this to yourself?" And I'm like, "Because I just feel God telling me I need to go through it." Like I got no real good answer, but the way that the stars are aligning, I have enough stability and enough strength to wrestle. Not very good in my opinion, but I can still do it. And I don't think I'd qualify for a medical red shirt. And even if I could, I don't know if my body could probably handle, or I would not want to go through another full preseason and, competition, even if it meant that I was healthy. It's just, there are some things in life you got to push through and you're going to be better for it, even if it's going to hinder your possibility for results that you want. Um, you got to lean into the discomfort as that's a big one. As I've just been like, when you're uncomfortable, like generally there's growth that's going to be occurring. And so that was a huge time of uncomfortability. But I think I learned so much about myself. And even now being off the mat, I never really realized how much I put my, self-worth into accomplishing goals in wrestling. When I was wrestling, I would tell myself like your identity is not a wrestler, like you don't base your life and your self-worth off of achievements. But I was still wrestling, right? I was still in the grind and I was still competing, still vying, Big 12 title, NCAA runner-up, like, you know, those are all great things, but once you take the sport completely away from you, and I had accomplished a really big goal of mine, in a few years, like a year and a half, um, like I started to kind of feel like, why do I feel like I have no meaning or no purpose, or like I'm invaluable to anyone? And I feel like people, the guys on the team aren't going to listen to me because I didn't accomplish what I wanted to accomplish, or I was a runner up, and there was a lot of prayer. There was a lot of, talking about it with my best friends, my coaches, my wife, and just understanding how to like navigate through that spiritually and emotionally, just because I didn't realize it was a thing. But obviously, God brings to light, your deepest, darkest, not necessarily, I would say sins, but obviously he brings
Attachments.
yeah, your
Attachments.
attachments and your idols and things like that. And wrestling was a big idol for me. And now learning how to understand that that's not who I'm not based off of accomplishment. My self-worth isn't in my results. And so I didn't really realize that was that big of a problem until like 2 weeks after I got surgery. And I'm like, dude, I feel like a piece of crap.